You're the only person who answers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. I get it. All
See,
right. You know what?
here I am
quit.
here I am trying to stroke your dick, and then all of a sudden he comes back with.
I think you shit on it.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's because I got a washer machine behind me. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like.
Good vibrations.
It adds character to the podcast.
Good vibrations.
And so does the fish tank.
What's this?
And now that's everything's brighter.
Yeah, I
Got like a 30-foot umbilical cord attached to his head.
Oh man, actually, a friend of mine gave me this headset.
It could have been a foreskin. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
30-foot foreskin? That's got to get in the way, though.
That's not what she said.
We're talking about multiple things. All right, ready?
All right.
Welcome to the Article 1776 podcast. We are
How are
your
you
hosts.
doing?
We are your host, Matthew Kicklighter, and this is Scottsdale 87.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. And today we have our special guest, again, Pop
He's our
Colonel.
special guest.
Yeah, it's special. Yeah.
That's special. Apparently, these guys love me so much they invited me back to, to do another podcast with them.
Yeah.
You're the only person who answers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. I get it. All
See,
right. You know what?
here I am
I
trying
quit.
here I am trying to stroke your dick, and then all of a sudden he comes back with.
I think you shit on it.
Yeah.
What can I say? It's because I got a washer machine behind me. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like.
Good vibrations.
It adds character to the podcast.
Good vibrations.
And so does the fish tank.
What's this?
And now that's everything's brighter.
Yeah, I
Got like a 30-foot umbilical cord attached to his head.
Oh man, actually, a friend of mine gave me this headset.
It could have been a foreskin. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
30-foot foreskin? That's got to get in the way, though.
That's not what she said.
What do you do? Just roll it up and like clip it? You
Like
put
a-
like a bag clip on it or something?
Like a
Oh,
fruit
she
roll up.
likes it.
Just roll up that fucking.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That
Fucking-
roll up that fucking
Like-
fruit roll up foreskin.
No ass, all foreskin. It's alright, my dick will hold my pants up.
That fucking.
It's my belt, man. It's my belt.
The belt
My
that belt
dick's my
felt
belt.
so lifelike, and then all of a sudden you accidentally jizz all over it because you've been stroking out the foreskin for too long.
That's right. You know it.
Stroking.
Oh my
Weird.
god.
So how's
Oh,
everyone doing?
man.
What's everyone up to? How's everyone's day?
What about the crack of BRCC?
Yeah, BRCC, Burke.
Tall boy.
I think I'm gonna go grab me a real beer because it's just one of those days, man. Hell, you know what? Give me the scotch.
Fuck. The Marine Corps birthday is coming up in Veterans Day, and I'm going to be schmammered this whole entire week.
Ooh, guys, I'm gonna have to quit the podcast because I'm gonna head to Scottsdale's house.
Yeah,
So we'll take we'll take a 2-hour libation break.
Yeah, right.
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism. You see the last minute
man.
the last short that I did? Alcoholism.
Liz. Oh yeah, that was when I was. I think I told you this story, Colonel. But the time I got kicked by 2 Kentucky constables for sleeping in an apartment building.
For sleeping on an apartment building?
And I was in the hallway.
Hmm.
I was in a hallway with a bottle of tequila. Well, the bottle was empty, to be fair. Salute.
Gracias.
L'chaim.
Coming to you.
I had this bottle for 3 years.
Yeah, it's
3 years.
Like, I want to.
Ooh. BRCC is the perfect chaser for alcohol, dude.
Bourbon.
America.
I mean, like, I would try it with the Lead Slingers whiskey just to see how it tastes.
I mean, yeah.
Let's just give it a try. But speaking about, and it's because I'm going to be so smammered this coming 2 days because November the 10th is a Marine Corps birthday. Following day is Veterans Day, so I am going to. I'm good luck getting a hold of me besides like Twitch or something like that. because-
Ooh, let's record a midweek podcast while Warhammer's fucked up.
That may be interesting.
I mean, I'd pay pay-per-view prices to see that.
Yeah, I will say we would have to get a Patreon
I'm
account.
sorry. I didn't know you were behind me.
Don't hurt the little doggo.
With the doggers. Little doggers.
Little doggo was behind me, and I went to go move my chair, and I'm sorry, Mama. Come here, Cookie.
You're
I'm
not
so
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, I am.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, it's my little girl.
But
It's my little girl.
it's like me and Pop Colonel were talking a while back while we were tuning up my microphone, and we were talking about the differences as to veterans, how we are, like, back then in comparison to what the service is now. And I remember you saying correctly, Pop Colonel, about the stress cards that are into the military right now. What's I know that there was several ones that were
I can only imagine.
it's weird because if you take a look now, take a look back then, we never had stress cards. We
Nope.
never were able to use our cell phones, no, nothing like that. And
Nope.
I think that if it is, I will say one thing: fuck Moms of America. Not the whole. There's a actual organization called Moms of America. Things would have not gotten that far to where if Moms of America were involved like that.
Look, the way I see it is this.
It's all a bunch of hippie shit.
Yeah, you join the military, right? The military needs combat effective, combat trained individuals. You're in the middle of the battlefield. Bullets flying all around. People yelling, screaming, orders being shot out, radios going off, all sorts of shit happening. You can't handle the stress. You are a liability to yourself and others.
That's a death sentence, pretty much.
Plain and simple. If you have to shoot out a stress card because you're too stressed, what are you gonna do when the enemy comes at you?
What do you think ISIS is gonna stop shooting at you because you pull out a fucking stress card?
Exactly.
Don't give a fuck.
Hey, enemy combatant, here's a stress card. You can't shoot at me for the next 24 hours.
My feelings are hurt because you're being aggressive, and I need to go sit in a safe space.
Look, dude,
Like, come on.
the fact of the matter is this, right? If you can't handle the stress, then you shouldn't be in the military. Okay, and if the military has to create stress cards for these soldiers, then what the hell are you training? What in the world are you training?
Warhammer, have we not talked about that exact same thing before, though?
Yeah.
Before, like, we've talked about this. And, well, first off, you made a personal choice to join the military. That was your choice.
Yeah.
You can't bitch about it afterwards. You should have already known what you were getting into.
Yeah.
Look, when I went into basic training, I got my first phone call. Mom, I made it. And that's all you were allowed to say. Mom, I made it. I'm safe. I'm here. I love you. Bye. That's all you had time to say when you got there.
Yeah.
You went through basic training, right? They held phone calls over your head as a privilege, but they never gave it to you. Okay? They never gave it to you until it came just time to before graduation, where you contacted your family. Hey, I'm getting ready to graduate basic training. Family day is on this day. Okay? If you can make it, make it. If you can't, all right. Anyways, I love you. Goodbye.
Yeah, ours is more like a list to where if we would say, hey, this recruit has made it to Marine Corps Depot, Paris Island, please do not send this, or this. I will write you a mail, goodbye for now. That's what I do remember.
That was pretty much what we did on our first phone call.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I was just trying to word
yeah.
it in in a more understandable manner to most people.
I didn't
But
realize.
yeah,
Scottsdale, your camera's off.
camera went off. Did he crash out?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he crashed out. But yeah, that was basically it. That's all we got. I mean, it was and then we wrote our first
Yeah.
letter.
I got you.
Yep. And then we wrote our first letter, right? Our first letter basically stated everything else that we wanted to say, plus the do and don'ts. Don't send me cake. Don't send me this. Don't send me socks. Don't send me nothing. The only thing you're allowed to send me is a letter. That is it, right? We got letters throughout basic training. We were allowed to write letters throughout basic training, but we only got 2 phone calls, okay? To tell our parents we're there, goodbye, okay, for now. And then just before graduation, hey, we graduate in 2 days. If you want to, get on a plane and come, you're welcome to. That was it.
What
Those
the
were only
fuck?
phone calls. Those were the only phone calls. That is it. There was no wee, this, that, and the other. No. You went through training. You got yelled at. You got the ball smoked out of you.
Yeah.
You got beat up. You got, whatever. Okay? And let me tell you, in my experience, still to this day, I still think that those 9 weeks of basic training, okay, those 9.5 weeks of basic training, all right, I'm not counting AIT, just those 9.5 weeks of basic training were the best time of my life. They were the most stressful, okay? They were the most character building, all right? They were everything. That's when I figured out what the hell it was that I was truly made out of and what I could handle.
I'm here. This shit's just being fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I can. We can still hear you.
Yeah.
But here's, and correct me if I'm wrong, Pop Colonel. I know things can be. Once you're in red phase, the private is still liable not to graduate. There's the drill sergeant's going to be still harping on them. And just because they're in red phase, they're no longer just safe from. If they fuck up, they fuck up.
Red phase for us were the first 3 weeks.
Is it white or
I forgot. I forgot the phases, the color of the phases, but I know that red phase is the first 3 weeks, and those are the hardest because that's when you're being dogged the fuck out. You're learning all your basic soldiering tasks, all the DNC, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dry firing,
Yes, I'm
But
drinking. I'm drinking water right now, being healthy, trying to be. But yeah, that shit, you'll never forget that.
Yeah, it was red phase, white phase, and blue phase.
I think what is it? Blue phase.
Right now.
Yeah, blue phase is the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard several drill sergeants say before, if you get to a blue phase, that doesn't mean that if you're a fuck up, and just because you're at blue phase doesn't mean that you cannot get fucked with. If you're fucking up.
In blue phase, it was my experience, okay, that by that time, you should already know the do's and don'ts. and therefore you're going to be held even more responsibly for your actions. Okay, so if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no we can't touch you. No, if anything, it's even worse on you.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome
Hey,
back,
there he is.
finally. Acting like it's the first
Yep.
episode. Just kidding.
Yeah. But because by that time you already know the do's and don'ts, so therefore you're held more liable for your actions.
Yeah.
Even more so than red face and white face.
Yeah, for us, it's the same thing. Actually remember a time to when, after we've completed just basically all the phases, we've got the Marine Corps graduation ceremony, and this was the day of Family Day. So technically, we are Marines at this point. Back in the day, it used to be you aren't Marines until you walk across the parade deck. But for now, it's you're Marines when you make the march back from the Crucible. But Family Day the next day, there was one dude that made it back late, about 30 minutes late, and on Family Day he got NJP'd, non-judicial punishment, rank taken away, all on Family Day because he couldn't follow simple basic instructions.
Yeah. Just because you made it doesn't mean that you don't have to follow the rules, man.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's
like, you still have to adhere to the code of conduct.
Yeah. It's called the military bearing for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you're in the military, you keep that bearing.
And I remember that. And here's the thing: what drill sergeants and drill instructors, how they used to, I'll say used to do it. It made a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want that to happen to me. Best not to fuck up." And so I watched what he went through and what he did, and I made sure that I never got an NJP anything on my record, because I didn't want to be as stupid as him as to what he did.
You pretty much unfucked yourself.
Yeah.
now everything is done behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, now everything is done behind closed doors, so you don't even know what the person did to fuck up, so you don't even know what mistakes to make or not to make, because you're not really learning anymore from anybody else's experiences.
Yeah, and
I do know it wasn't in my class, but there was another one, same guy on base. Apparently, to get out of something or another, I think it was like PT or some shit, his first week, he got a hold of some super glue. And super glued his nuts to his leg.
I remember one guy tried to claim that he was gay, so the drill sergeant grabbed him by the back of the head, put his hand right on his lips, and frickin' just kissed him. He goes, right, and, like he didn't kiss he actually kissed the back of his hand. He's just like, one of those things, right? And then frickin' after he was done, he lets go of him, pushes it back. He goes, "You ain't no faggot, you little fucking shitbag. Like, get back down and beat your goddamn face." I'm like, yo.
shit went from 100.
Bro, I'm
0 to 100 real quick.
Bro, I'm 17 years old just watching this shit, you know? I mean, this wasn't long after my 17th birthday. I mean, it was in basic training 3 days after my 17th birthday. You know, I shipped out on my birthday and I entered my training class 3 days later. And I was just like, I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, the fuck did I get myself into, bro?
And by the way, YouTube, he mentioned, so I don't get in trouble, he mentioned English cigarettes is what he meant by that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, the manual reviewer can get off his high horse.
I was just like, oh, man.
But yeah,
I was like,
But that's another thing about the whole manual review shit. Like, you're really gonna get mad about something that somebody else said
I'm just quoting.
10 years ago? Yeah, this is a third-party quote. You can't get mad at that shit. Get the fuck over yourself.
Right.
Oh, but that's offensive language.
There's a lot of things that are offensive.
Well, I
Yeah.
take offense by you taking offense by what the heck I'm repeating. How about that?
Right.
Okay, you're
Words
taking
nuts.
offense because I'm politically incorrect. Where I take offense because you're taking offense that I'm politically incorrect.
So you're offended I'm retarded? That's great.
I'm offended that you're offended. So
I'm
don't I have
offended
rights
that
too?
both of you are offended.
Yeah, well,
But-
you got rights too, right?
This is who I am. You can't hate me because I'm a long R.
This whole offensive bullshit, bro. Where does it stop? Seriously, where does it stop?
It
Where does it
doesn't.
stop?
And
It's
I
just
fi-
gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse.
I find it funny because here's the thing, too, is that a lot of people are getting really butthurt. And I find this funny, too, is that people are getting offended as to what Caitlyn Jenner is saying on, like, Twitter and shit. I don't know if you guys read this about, but she's saying that trans women, men trying to become women, do not belong in women's sports.
I can see that,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why. Because of just basic biology. Now, I'm not saying that women are incapable of what men are capable of, because I've seen some women, be just as strong, if not stronger, than some of the strongest men I've seen. However,
Yeah.
the amount of those type of women's are the minority.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just a handful, okay, regarding a certain capita of a group, okay, are only capable of that. Biologically, men are stronger, but just because you give yourself a sex change, that doesn't negate the way that you were formed biologically.
Yeah.
Even you could take whatever supplements you want, you're still going to be stronger as a man than a woman would be biologically. And I'm not saying that every man is stronger than every woman, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong on that. Like I said, I met some women that freaking would outlift me, would outrun me, would outstrength me in almost every way. I've met women like that. However, the amount of women that I've met and that I've seen that are capable of that, okay, right out the gate, all right, without any physical alterations, for a lack of a better word, but I mean by that spending hours at the gym to build that strength, okay, it's just not there. It's a very small amount of women that are naturally just born that strong, to be as strong as the average man. So no average woman is as strong as an average man, is basically what I'm saying. And I'm saying average specifically to the
Yeah.
strength. But a transgender male who transgender to female should not be allowed in women's sports. He's biologically gonna be stronger. Now there are men that are not as strong as your average man, and physique isn't everything, really.
Yeah.
But if that, for lack of a better term, weaker man, okay, decides to be a transgender woman, become a transgender woman, and he has the same physical strength as your average woman that would going into that sport, then yeah, he should be allowed to. So at that point, if you're gonna allow transgender man to go into a female sport, there should be some kind of physical test, okay, to determine that person's strength and whether it fits their strength bracket for that sport, for that gender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
understand what I'm
couldn't
saying?
I get it? But could
Yeah.
you run into I don't want to say problems, but you're gonna get somebody who's
Gonna
obviously, I mean, not necessarily fake it, but they're gonna be how can you justifiably measure someone's strength based on their gender?
The military does it.
Yeah, like a few years
No,
ago. A few years ago, that and I'm not trying to be sexist, I'm just using this as straight facts. They made a group of females go into SOI school just to try out for School of Infantry. And I think it was a group of 24. Out of that group, only 4 have passed. Only 4. As to where, then they held them up to the same standards as what men do. So with all the
As
men,
they should, though.
well, all the men passing, only 4%, only 4 women of that group went on to pass, and I don't even think that they went on to any infantry unit.
No, I think
I-
one did. I think one did. I remember something about one woman making.
I did read an article about
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Actually making a she was an officer.
Yeah,
Actually.
Ranger. She was a ranger officer, wasn't she?
Yeah, a ranger officer. Yes, I remember reading something about that.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've known some pretty beefy chicks back in school. Back in even my younger days, I've known some pretty beefy chicks who would literally snap me in half. I actually remember getting punched by a girl one time and was like, who hit me with the truck?
Like, yo, I've been punched by the strongest of men, and you know, holy crap, girl.
It's like, I just got hit by a dude earlier. Has anybody seen my tooth? This bitch just hit me. No, like, I'm not gonna try to sit here and take away from women and their strength, okay? But I think it's kind of fucked up that women went through the whole women's suffrage movement, fighting for rights to vote, fighting for fair pay, fighting for equality in the sense of, like, yeah, women can play sports too. And then you have dudes who are basically they're dudes.
yeah.
They decided to transition to that way of life where now they're a female, and now they're basically just shitting on all that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's something that I was gonna say earlier. If transgender males can get into women's sports, okay, in professional women's sports, what's stopping a person, who might have played college football, let's say for an example, not making it into the NFL, okay, and then getting a sex change so he could play football on the women's side
And then becomes a fucking superstar.
and becomes a superstar?
Doesn't that negate the power of women?
I think so.
I
Because
kind of
what's
feel that way.
stopping, yeah, what's stopping that dude from getting a sex change and get into women's sports?
And then he's an absolute superstar at that point because he has the overall makeup, the physical makeup, the muscle definition, the strength, the lactic acid that, males produce in their muscles doing strenuous activity and workout. All that shit could be tenfold what a woman's could be.
Yeah. And next thing you know, any
Why is
team
everything
that-
getting weird?
See, I think that I wouldn't mind it if, if they were to build their own separate division, that's fine. Depending upon how much sports how much they would want to pay for
Participate.
that. Yeah, or how much
Yeah.
they would want to pay for that, because I don't know the exact estimate as to how much each organization makes. But if they're willing to front for a third or secondary division,
That's something I've never even heard anybody bring up.
yeah,
Look, not for nothing, if they made a co-ed transgender sport, I'd watch it. I'd watch it.
Yeah,
If they made a co-ed transgender sport, I would watch it. I mean, hands down. I think that would be interesting.
yeah.
yeah.
Who would you?
Or even if they didn't do it co-ed, if they did transgender women or transgender males, either or, I'd watch it. I mean, truthfully, I like watching women's sports. I like watching, I don't like watching the NBA, but I love watching the WNBA. Okay. Why? Because I feel the NBA has gotten way too political for my tasting. But when you look at these WNBA females, how they're playing on the court, man, these women are playing their hearts out, and that's what I like to see. Okay, another reason why I prefer watching college football rather than the NFL is because you got these college kids, okay, playing football, and they're playing their hearts out. They're not playing for money or anything. They're not on performance. What do they call
Incentive
it?
contracts.
Yeah, performance incentive contracts. Okay, hey, look, if you could draw these numbers, you can make this amount of money. No, these college kids are going through college, get on that football field, and playing their hearts out. They're not getting any incentives except for their scholarship. You know what I
I've
mean?
seen some pretty spectacular plays in the NCAA that you don't see in the NFL anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, softball. I love watching college, women's softball. I wish they would make softball into a professional women's sport. I really do. Okay, I
Yeah.
love watching softball, man. Like college softball, oh man. College baseball, I love watching. But if they would make a transgender sport, I would watch it.
I love watching women's volleyball. Strike me harder.
Oh my god!
Like me, baby.
Now you're just sexualizing it.
Well, I mean, but that's what all women's sports is anyway.
Hey,
That's another thing I hate about it. Yeah.
It's sexualization. Like, you've got volleyball players wearing these tight ass bikinis and shit. I've seen chicks at the beach. They don't wear bikinis when they play volleyball and shit. You get sand in places.
Well, I've
Yeah.
seen some
They're
dudes
wearing
wear
shorts.
I've seen some dudes wear speedos out in the volleyball court.
No,
too.
that's true though. That's
Yeah,
true. Florida's built different.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and here's what I hate so much is that a lot of the gaming world, and this, if you're a female gamer, more power to you. And, like, I'm not gonna show, like, just because you're a female, but you can carry me throughout a game. Like Jay's for Jess, we played a game with her the other night. She fucking rocked the whole entire thing. Like, if
Yeah.
you're a gamer like that, and people are like, "Oh, you're a gamer girl," and I got beat by. No, she's a fucking person that's better than you at that time. Like, why throw in? If you're a gamer girl and you're carrying me, I'm gonna be like, carry me harder. I don't care. Like, what the fuck?
Gotta get
You
laid,
got
boy.
carried by a girl.
Yeah.
So, this is kind of something that I've noticed as a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Matt, but there are inherently more women on Twitch that have thousands of viewers as opposed to dudes who have like 5-6 people.
Well, you gotta think about what
I-
kind of content.
I
they're
think it's
putting on, too.
easier.
But there are also more male streamers than there are female streamers.
But I think the question I'm trying to ask is, do you think that with the way the entire world is sexualized, do you think it's actually easier for women streamers to gain followers quicker?
Well, I think it's just basically because of the fact that women are capitalizing on the fact that that a lot of things is sexualized, where they can, I mean, like, I've seen hot tub streams so much where it gets boring to me. Like, I don't see any point, but I'm not dogging upon you if you do the hot tub streams.
Oh, make your money, boo. Do you?
Fucking do your thing.
I think what it has to do is that with this, because one thing things that I've noticed from the past, right, onto this point, is that most males, when they come across a female gamer, they think it's absolute sexy, just like in a car scene. Okay, when a male comes by a female that knows how to drive stick, they're automatically thought as, oh my god, that's sexy. A female that knows
The
how to
drool
drive stick,
factor.
you
The
know?
drool factor.
And it's like, oh my god, a gamer girl. Oh my god, a girl that knows how to drive stick. Oh my god, a girl that knows how to drive a forklift. And guys a lot of guys find that sexy, or at the very least, okay, what's the word I'm looking for here? At the very least, they find it interesting. Because when you look at the percentage of women that actually do stuff like that, it's very low. And so when you come across it, it's like, man, so of course, let's say is just a regular girl that's not showing cleavage and stuff like that, she's gonna have more viewers than, males would, because she's a female gamer. And not
Yeah.
for nothing, I personally would rather watch a female gamer, not because I think that they're sexier, but because I find them more interesting. Okay? Most of the time when I'm watching a guy game, the stuff that he's talking about, it's like, okay, stuff that I talk about every day. It's like, all right, I don't need to hear this conversation for the 5 millionth time.
Yeah.
But when you hear a gamer girl talking, they're talking about something completely different. It's like, whoa, okay, I can dig this conversation, something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but most guys talk about the same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's really what I personally don't like. And that's why I prefer watching female gamers, because in my opinion, female gamers just constantly changing what the hell they're talking about, when they're streaming.
Yeah. I actually just realized that none of the female gamers that I actually follow are ones that show cleavage and shit. Like, Amaranth. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
She shows a lot of cleavage.
That's all I know her for is her. Not to be disrespectful, Amaranth, but the only thing I know her for is her tits.
And,
Because they're on my front page.
yeah.
Like,
Whether
That's
you
what-
want it or not.
exactly. Constantly. I can go on right now and it's going to show me, somewhere on my page, you might like this stream.
Yeah. I think I'd rather much. pay
But
attention-
she's.
Sorry.
But she's half naked. Like, I'm married. I can't be watching that shit.
You might like this stream, but yeah, everything I watch on this platform has nothing to do with
Nothing
that
to
kind
do
of
with-
stuff.
I don't watch hot tub streams. One, because I'm envious because I want a fucking hot tub.
Yeah.
Two,
Why do I need to be
Oh.
watching somebody in a hot tub?
yeah, like, I want to watch you hot tub. I want a hot tub.
For real, man.
My back hurts. Fuck you. You're making money. My back hurts.
Yeah, like personally, I'd rather much rather much tune into the dudes rather than the girls, for the fact of the ones that do the hot tub streams. I mean, because of the
Do you like
fact-
watching dudes in hot tubs?
Well, I mean, like not the hot tubs, but
Brown chicken, brown cow.
nothing
do I gotta get a
wrong
hot
with
tub?
that, okay, watch me get into a fucking hot tub and the rating just goes
Hot tub
down.
party, my place. We'll put a hot tub right here in the middle of my office, and we'll just do a hot tub stream one night. 3 guys in a hot tub.
I don't
Well,
watch the girls.
You
that
already
can-
know I know how to build.
Yeah, I don't think I'd watch the girls with the hot tub. I'd rather.
We just need a
watch-
tarp.
Well, here's the thing: is that I won't watch the girls with the hot tub. I'll watch the girls or my dudes that have more character, show more character playing a game, rather much than depending upon so much upon one of the
Show more character than cleavage.
yeah, like the fuck.
I'll show you my character.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Hey, no cleavage.
But
No,
no,
we're horrible.
Like, but
You guys are bad.
I will say this: there are females, they're smart enough to realize that there are sexual moments, but females do it too. Yeah, not gonna lie, females do
Jesus,
it
I
too.
can't stop yawning. Ooh.
Females do it too.
Oh, Jess is like a sailor.
Yeah, but it comes to a certain point to where okay, we got to start promoting the dudes too, because there's like baddie streams. Baddie streams can have like 300 something viewers. Myself, Scottsdale, because who knows? So people might make you laugh. Like I know Eli. Does
I enjoy
that.
conversations with Batty.
Yeah, like stuff like that is that we gotta promote more dudes because in this day and age, a lot of females, and nothing wrong with that. A lot of females are getting the viewership due to the fact of sexualization and people not realizing the fact that hey, maybe we should get other support other streamers too as well, and rather than much not look at it in just one way.
Mhm.
That's just my personal view. Like
I think No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think Jay's Regis is sexual. She has a lot more character to what she has to offer. Badass person.
Heather Lynn.
Heather Lynn is an awesome female streamer. Awesome person.
Like, don't get me wrong, she's hot, but she's also a great person. Like,
Yeah,
she's funny as fuck.
She says some funny things. You got like several others that don't use the sexual tension of it all, and are just completely funny and great people.
Yeah. I've actually tuned into one of her streams, and all I hear her yelling is "Suck my dick."
I'll fuck.
I'm just like, that's Heather for today. That's Heather.
I'll fuck the whole entire row in your. I'll fuck the whole entire front row in your funeral. I've heard her.
Yeah,
say
she said
one.
that too. It's like, I'll fuck the whole front row at your funeral. Fuck you. She cusses like a sailor.
Yeah.
I mean, she wears tank tops and shit all the time, but that's,
Yeah.
if you know Heather Lynn, that's her personality. She's just always wearing a tank top. Well, she's got nice ink though too.
Yeah.
It's like she's got a nice sleeve, so she shows that off. But it's like, I watch Heather Lynn, Victoria Ryan. She's a Tarkov streamer. Again, it's not a sexualized thing. And I tune into Whimsical every now and then. She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And 50 Cat, and I think that's about it.
I do watch the exact same people that you mentioned about, but also Sweet Anita, the girl.
Never
that
heard
has,
of her.
The girl that is on Twitch that has Tourette's.
I think I've heard of her, but I don't think I've watched her.
She says some funny stuff, but she's an awesome person herself. But
I am not knocking Tourette's people, but those guys are funny.
Yeah.
I know they don't mean to be,
Yeah, but
it's funny.
Yeah, the other day I was walking down the street. Fuck you, motherfucker! What the fuck is me?
It's like, no, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing for you.
Let's see who we're
Yeah,
gonna, let's see who we're gonna piss off today, guys.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Let's go over.
No,
to,
like,
let's go
I
over to
got a buddy.
Christianity.
Alright.
Let's go over
I
to
got a buddy.
Christianity.
Real quick though, I got a buddy of mine who has Tourette's, right? And his words to go to are shit. And you'll be like, he'll be sitting there. He'll be like, God says that you got to do this and you got to do this. Then all of a sudden, the Twitch starts.
Shit.
Shit. And then he.
Someone's frozen. Am I frozen? Hold on, quick break. Rewind. So, guys, welcome back to the Article 1776 podcast. We had technical difficulties, so we had to
Testicular issues.
Yeah. So we had to start up the next day. So, as you can see, we had our guest on. What was it? By the time that you see this portion of it, yesterday. Today's a new day, but we're only going to be finishing off for what we did yesterday's podcast, and it's crazy because of how it can be pretty crazy with the technical issues, especially if you're brand new and you're just getting adjusted. We're still pretty much you'll see prior episodes, like prior
We're
podcasts,
babies.
yeah, podcasts that were like, okay, they're on like episode 67 or something like that. We're like on episode,
This is 15, ain't it?
yeah.
Yeah. We babies.
Yeah.
We just little babies.
Let me see.
We're babies with beards.
Yeah.
I'm a 7,000-year-old baby from another dimension. So are you.
Yeah.
And I don't need to think about it. Fucking Harley. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that dude.
Yeah, it can
I
be-
wonder if he really does wear lifts to bed.
Who?
Harley
Oh yeah.
from Epic Mealtime. I wonder if he actually does wear lifts to bed. He's like, I just take my shoes off when I'm in bed.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the stuff that they cook?
the gas station lasagna.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
Some of the stuff is like literally. I was talking to someone today who's making the trip to Beijing. Like literally, probably like an 18. I want to say like a 22-hour flight. Like by the time that they leave, it'll be the exact same time over there.
Why would you want to go to Beijing?
I don't know.
Why would you want to go to China in general?
Well,
Like, they hate Americans.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, their government hates Americans. I don't know about the Chinese people in general,
Yeah.
but I know the Chinese government is like, fuck America. We're gonna be top dog one day. Fuck America. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like it could be an issue traveling there right now.
Yeah, I think that for what he, I don't know. I didn't talk to that gentleman on that issue, but I think quite a few people in China kind of realized that problem and then moved to the United States. As you know, but I don't know. We were talking about food for the like 20 minutes.
Oh, I love food.
Yeah, we were talking about like Thai food, talking about like curry
It's-
chicken over rice.
It's funny you say that because I went to a restaurant today for lunch with Evie. I'm not uncultured. I just know there's a lot of things I don't like, so I kind of tend to stay away from them. Thai food is a little bit one of those things. Like, there's a few things I like. I love peanut chicken. I love curry chicken and rice with curry. I love that. I like that. When you start getting farther into the weird shit, I stay away from that.
Yeah,
So I've never been one to try Malaysian food. Okay, there's a lot of stuff I don't like. And that's just me, you know? I know what I like, I know what I don't. I'm 35. I don't want to hear about it, right? So Evie's like, oh, I go to this place called Penang up in East Hanover. I haven't been there in like 21 years. They have the best mango chicken. I like mango chicken. That's one of the things I like. I like mango chicken. So we went there today. I'm fucking hooked.
mm-hmm.
Like, $63 for two people.
Mm-hmm.
It was expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
So good. And the plate was huge. Now, I got sesame chicken. I like sesame chicken. It's just one of my weaknesses. It's like kryptonite, but with food. It's my food kryptonite. Sesame chicken. I love sesame chicken. However, the last couple of years, I've gone to Chinese restaurants and had Chinese takeout. Get sesame chicken or orange chicken. It's mush. It's not good. It's not good cold. It's just like gelatinous mush at that point. So this place said, the menu said, you know, crispy chicken and sweet and tangy, you know, sesame sauce. I'm like, cool. Is it crispy? Or is it gonna be mush? It was like eating Kentucky Fried Chicken that was coated in sesame sauce. And it was a fucking banger. I was like, this is so good. I want to take it to work tomorrow for lunch.
See, you got to expand your horizons even at 35 years old to where it's kind of like,
It's a lot of it has to do with like I've already tried things
yeah,
and I just don't like them. Like, I don't like peppers.
yeah,
I'm not a peppers guy. It's not that I haven't tried them before. I've tried them in fajitas. I've tried them in Chinese food. I've tried them in all kinds of things. I just don't vibe with peppers.
yeah. It depends upon who makes them too, like because of if a person makes it a certain way different from another person, then that can really taint it. Like I said, what I said with orange chicken. Like, I know that there are some places that will leave the orange pieces inside with the orange chicken.
I like that.
I don't, because like the seeds sometimes get in the way of the chicken and it throws out the texture for me. If it's the straight up orange chicken without the orange inside of it, still having that taste, that zing to it, then I'll go for it.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Call me white, but Panda Express makes a pretty decent orange chicken. But I'm white, so what do I know?
What do you think about PF Chang's?
You're gonna hate me.
Wow.
I've never eaten at a PF Chang's.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna have you.
We
get
have
you
one
an
up the
order.
road.
I'm gonna
We
get
have
you,
one up the
I'm gonna
road.
get you an order or deliver it.
Yeah, I've never had anybody else to go to PF Chang's with because
Oh, trust me. I think y'all will love it.
like Evelyn likes PF Chang's and she's been talking about going. Our anniversary is coming up, but we're going to a place called Rails.
Giggity.
Yo, this is that place that I told you where her uncle's friend paid like $490 for like me, Gabby, Evie, Timmy, him, and her uncle. It was like almost $500.
Yeah, PF Chang's is something to where I normally go on my cheat day. Cause I
On
don't
your
get
cheat
these-
day?
I don't get these muscles for no reason. But yeah, it's gotta learn to expand the horizons a little bit to see what's better like out there. Like it's for me, especially cooking. Like with how the certain styles that they'll do it. You know, if I were to stay secluded so much in my own mind, then I would be like, oh, well, I want to learn how to make that Big Mac special sauce. Like, fuck no. Yeah,
You want to know what it is?
come.
Thousand Island dressing and mayonnaise.
Yep.
That's all it is.
It tastes it. It tastes it. I can taste that.
It's
Wow.
fucking horrible.
Yeah, and so it's like a good best like kind of show. Say like learn how to make lasagna or something like that. You really want to impress a date, guys. If you really want to impress a date, like make lasagna, like not Stouffer's lasagna.
Yeah, actually make a lasagna. Cook.
Yeah. Like, learn how to do that shit. Like, come on. And then some ladies that don't know how to cook make lasagna.
Yeah. I like lasagna.
You can't go wrong with it. I think, going back to some of the topics nowadays, what we talked about yesterday, there are some women nowadays that don't know how to cook. All it is now is just they're making was it TV dinners
coffee.
or something like that, and then there are some guys that are just now like learning how to cook pretty well. Like
Yeah,
like,
I like to cook.
yeah. I wouldn't think that. And this is gonna sound wrong to me. The way things nowadays that some certain women don't know how to cook. That's just.
I think there's a difference though. There's women who don't want to cook because they don't know, and there's women who have tried to cook but
Can't.
end up boiling water or
Yeah.
end up, like boiling off water.
Yeah.
My ex
Yeah.
literally burned a pot of water. Like the fucking water boiled out and the pot was red. She boiled the hell out of this pot so much, or she burnt the hell out of this pot so bad, it boiled the fucking water.
What'd she do?
She can't make. She just left it. She just left it on for like 3 hours.
What'd she do? Take a nap?
She just let it
or
go.
What the fuck did she do?
You know who it is?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the same woman that made macaroni and cheese soup.
Blech.
Macaroni, like, she poured a half a gallon of milk in the fucking thing. I didn't know how much to add. I was like, all the fucking times I've made macaroni and cheese in this motherfucking house, you don't know what it looks like? Now, Evie can cook.
Yeah.
She doesn't think she can.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't cook to the same degree that I do. Like this, when I say to the same degree, she cooks just as often as I do.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the same repertoire as I do.
Like kind of
Like,
like,
I
the
can
same
make-
standards a little bit.
Not standards, the arsenal. Like, I can make Chinese food, I can make barbecue, I can make seafood. I don't really eat seafood, but I can make it. I make Italian. I can make those things.
Mm-hmm.
She makes an awesome penne and vodka. You've had it, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
She makes an awesome stir fry.
Mm-hmm.
You've had that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she actually can cook. She
Yeah.
doesn't know how to cook a lot of things, but what she does know how to cook, she's fucking amazing at it.
Yeah.
Like I've never really been one for vodka sauce. Like I've just been like, vodka sauce is like a hit or miss. I can take it or leave it. If it's there, I'll eat it. You know, if that's what we're having, I'll eat it. No issues. You know, I'll eat it.
Mamma mia.
She's like, babe, come, she's like, babe, come taste this sauce one day. And I'm like, as soon as I bring the ladle out to my mouth, I can feel the vodka. Like that burn, the aroma burn that you get from vodka. You don't taste the vodka because it cooks out,
yeah.
but you feel that that alcohol is in there. Like it's in there. You're not gonna get drunk off it. I could drink a whole pot and not get drunk. But it was like, oh, there's that. And then once you taste it, she puts red pepper flake in it, Parmesan cheese. You know, she uses tomato bisque, tomato sauce, heavy cream, vodka, Parmesan cheese, red pepper flakes, and it's just like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's fucking good. So I ask for it regularly now. I'm like, hey, I know we just had spaghetti and meatballs yesterday, but penne and vodka?
So you know what also tastes well?
What's that?
Freedom. Do you know who provides it?
Hundreds of thousands of men and women every day who are also facing veteran suicide, homelessness, job loss placement, and a bevy of other issues. But I do know that motherfucking awesome company, Article 1776, provides support for companies and charities that take care of our boys and girls.
Exactly.
I do know that.
Exactly. Because America, freedom the fuck on. Guys, go check
Yeah.
out. Go check out Article 1776. I am Matthew Kicklighter, aka MK Warhammer on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Kicklighter Matthew1988 at gmail.com. You can also find Scottsdale
87, Scottsdale 87, Scottsdale _ 87 on Instagram, Scottsdale 87 on Twitch and Twitter, and OnlyFans.
So guys, go check us out on Article 1776.
I really don't have an OnlyFans. She'd kill me.
Why not have an Oli ammo? So guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining us for the finisher of this podcast. Go check out article1776.com. Check us out on our socials. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys.
I just had an idea.
What?
A website like OnlyFans,
Yeah.
but it's just a bunch of dudes showing off their suppressors, and we're gonna call it OnlyCans.
Yes. I love that one. So guys, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all
Love you guys.